Cubs got the early 1-0 lead. Some luck involved. Cardinals been playing bad defense, so that's one factor against pretty good Mikolas, guy with the mustache on the Cardinals. And that was one thing. I wish we'd have signed him over Chatwood, but that's another topic for the offseason. But we did take the early lead in the first, with some luck. Sobers got on with the hit, and then Baez was like a fly ball deep in the air. Second baseman's going. It's a normal, not the easiest play, but it's a play a second baseman needs to make. You catch it over your head. It's not the little league. And Munoz, he dropped the ball. Sober scores from first on an error. I'll take the break against a good pitcher. Cubs up 1-0. Unfortunately, we did have some hits, like 4 hits. We could not draw a walk. The man with the mustache had good control, and he ended up going 8 innings. And we went down 1-2-3 against the reliever. Cole Hamels for us, after coming off his worst game, and probably really his only real bad game last time where he gave up 3 homers, but he ended up grinding through 7 innings, only 104 pitches, and 2 runs. The 2 runs, they got some clutch hits on both innings to get an RBI, but it was kind of unfortunate. Caratini had a catcher's interference, and then there's a walk after that, then a big hit. And then the other run came when Hamels hit a batter, and then a walk, and then a hit. One of those pitcher duel games, the little things added up, and then Cubs bats just couldn't get it going. The only run was like a fluky, unearned run. So that happens sometimes against good pitchers. It's unfortunate it happens when the division's on the line. But we'll see. Stranger things happen. Right now, if Cubs win tomorrow, even if Milwaukee wins, we would play Milwaukee on Monday for a play-in game, and whoever wins that game would win the division. It's not ideal. One bright spot, with our starting pitchers going deep the last 2 games, the bullpen is more well-rested. We bring in Cisick and Chavez, and both were great in 1 inning of work. It's only 2 innings. Yesterday we did De La Rosa. Definitely a little bit scary with Montgomery on the mound tomorrow. But he's kind of up and down. Hopefully he can keep us in the game, and we do have a full bullpen if needed. There may be more urgency, especially if somehow Detroit can beat Brewers tonight, because that will keep us still a game ahead in the division, and then we would be back to controlling our destiny. With a win, we win the division, no playing game. So we'll see. I know Madden's kind of been saying, like, today, my focus is on winning Saturday, instead of thinking ahead, like, do I need to save these guys, blah, blah, blah. But he was quoted today after the loss that, he's not going to completely go all in on Sunday, meaning you don't just bring in, like, Lester and Hendricks and, the Quintana, they're not going to sacrifice a Monday or Tuesday would be the wild card game. But, they do have a lot of guys in the bullpen, though, that can eat up an inning or 2. But hopefully Montgomery pitches a good game. More importantly, we need our bats. They were hitting good the last 3 games during our 3-game winning streak. Didn't get it going today. I think we're up against Flaherty or Fly or whatever his name is. He's not bad. Not as good as the guy with the mustache today. But maybe this will help us. Who knows? Cardinals probably still want to play the role of the spoiler. But with the Dodgers winning today, Cardinals are officially eliminated from playoff. So no wild card, no playoffs. That gives me one thing to celebrate tonight is 3 years in a row the Cardinals did not make the playoffs. I felt like Cubs overall had their number, finishing better than them. Uh, since, well, 2015, they won a division. We got a wild card, but we beat them. After we won the wild card game, we had to beat Pittsburgh, and then we beat the Cardinals, so that was pretty sweet. Who knows? Something similar against Milwaukee could happen, where we come out, win the wild card game, and then we'd play Milwaukee. If we were to, it would be unfortunate. We've been like winning in the lead for the division pretty much the whole second half, and last game of the year to lose out in, or lose out in the play-in game, but it happens. I don't know why. One friend kind of explained, Milwaukee's playing Detroit because there's 5 teams. The other 4, it should always be a division, but I don't know why Reds or, Milwaukee was expected to be good, but who knows? Sometimes the schedule makers, it's kind of random, but you still got to play the game. I think it's still early, and Detroit was beating Milwaukee 1-0 early in the third inning, so you never know. Something crazy happened where Detroit had a guy hitting 200 with no home runs, and he hit a 2-run homer against Hader, one of the better relief pitchers in the game, all-star. And at the time, Detroit tied it up at 5, getting late in the game, but they didn't hold on to win, unfortunately. Or Cubs would have been in a better situation even with this loss today. So we'll see. Right now you have 3 different scenarios. It's just crazy where, we could lose tomorrow and Milwaukee can win the last 2, and we just go right to the wild card game on Tuesday. If Milwaukee can lose either today or tomorrow and we get a win tomorrow, then we win the division. If Cubs win tomorrow, Milwaukee wins tonight and tomorrow, we're tied. And then we play a playing game on Monday, and then whoever loses that plays Tuesday. So you definitely get a reward for winning the division. Then you don't play till Thursday, where now it's like a double whammy with that playing game. Not ideal, but Cubs are able to grind through that 30-game stretch and go 18-11. So it's just going to be, maybe it'll be one of those years where things don't always look good, but you find a way. Kind of like that Royals team in 2015. They didn't have the best starters, but they were able to grind through late, win some games, and grind out a World Series championship. So we'll see what happens. Still a lot to play for no matter what Milwaukee does tonight. All the games are 2:20 on Sunday, September 30th, last day of the year. And so I'm looking forward to it. I guess you can't take anything for granted. Either way, this is Cubs' 4th year in a row. They won over 90 games. They won 94 this year and 2 more than last year. But unfortunately, we're in the toughest division, or we'd already have this thing clinched. That tells you how competitive the division is when you have the best record in the National League and you're still fighting to try to win the division. But is what it is, and we'll see if we can get the bats going. We'll see if Montgomery could at least keep us in the game. Maybe he'll pitch a Jim. We'll see. He's sometimes I'm on the fence thinking, he's a decent in the rotation guy, and then other times I think we need an upgrade. We know he did better in Chatwood this year, so he's an upgrade over Chatwood at least. And it was good to see Hamels. That gives me some confidence in the playoffs. If we were able to, advance deep in the playoffs, he's going to be helpful, and he's got the veteran leadership, just like Lester. Lester grinded through, his 6-7 innings or whatever last time. So that's baseball. Unfortunately, a 2-1 loss. It was a game where he hit a lot of deep fly balls where the wind didn't carry. Could easily had a few home runs. And there was a lot of hard hit balls too. A couple double plays when we had things going. Sometimes just bad luck, I guess. But well, hopefully some better news tonight. If somehow Detroit can beat Milwaukee. Guess that's why you play the game. Sometimes, teams that are out of it have these September call-ups, and they do great in small sample size. I don't know, maybe it's not enough scouting or whatever, but baseball can be random at times. So we'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Go Cubs, go.